Well, today we are talking to someone amazing. And if you've ever thought about, moving to or investing in or, even buying a second house somewhere outside of East Dallas, well, Lisa is the expert in the area. And you're going to explain to us, Lisa, where you're from. But hey, Lisa, how are you today?
Well, Jennifer, I'm doing great and super excited to be here with you to share a little bit about my side of the world here in East Texas.
Yes. Oh, I'm so excited to hear about it. But first, will you tell everyone, who you are and a little bit about, kind of how you got into real estate and then maybe something about your family?
Well, name is Lisa Rhodes, and I am located in Gun Barrel City, about 45 miles east of Dallas. And my journey into real estate is a little interesting because this is not something that I ever planned on doing. I actually found myself out of a job. I was an event coordinator and membership director for a private country club and had worked myself out of a job and then got offered the opportunity to help others through real estate from a dear friend, BG Pierce. And he gave me a leg up into real estate, and there hasn't been any looking back after that.
Oh my gosh, that is so awesome. That's funny you said events because my background is in events and hospitality, hotel management. And you just said someone with the last name of Pierce. That's my maiden name. Hey, who knows? We might even be related. You never know.
Well, you just might be. This man is from West Texas, and so who
Okay.
knows?
Who knows? Who
Maybe.
knows? Awesome. I love that. Okay, so when we say East Texas, of course, people are probably wondering, and they heard you say Gun Barrel City. Tell us some more about your areas that you serve and Gun Barrel City.
Well, Gun Barrel City encompasses seven little towns, and that's what makes up our little area here. We encompass 220 miles of shoreline, Gun Barrel City does, and we actually have seven cities: Mabank, Gun Barrel, Seven Points, Toole, Malakoff, and I don't know if I named them all. I wasn't counting Kemp. So Athens. So those are the cities that are surrounding Gun Barrel. And we actually sell farm and ranch, waterfront, and secondary homes and residential because we are a bedroom community of Dallas Fort Worth. And actually, Cedar Creek Lake was built as a water source reservoir for Fort Worth.
Wow. Okay. And we're going to talk about a lot of those segments today. But first, tell us about the area. What's going on in the real estate market in your specific area right now?
What's on in the market? Well, we just celebrated Memorial Day. And if
Hmm.
you want to know how an area can explode, just live close to a water source or a resort area or a vacation home. Because if you do, then you know how your population just explodes. And so we
Mm.
actually have secondary homes here. We have vacation rentals, Airbnbs, and we have permanent residents here. So we have a lot of growth going on here. We have new homes, we have secondary homes, and primary homes here at the lake. So it just depends on what you're looking for. And we have farm and ranches.
Oh, well, let's talk about first secondary homes. So, I've talked to quite a few people from all over the country in some of these interviews that we both know, and it seems to be there's a common theme that people love to look for a second home, maybe where they have family or grandkids. And do you see that a lot in your area? I know people are looking to vacation there, but have you seen that people come and say, well, I want to be closer to the grandkids or closer to my kids?
Yes, we do. We have a lot of people that want to, their children maybe move into the Dallas area or the Tyler
Mhm.
area or even Corsicana or Austin, and their children are still raising their families and they're close to the Metroplex, but their parents want to retire to Texas and they want to be close, but not real close. They want to be within driving distance. And so they find themselves seeking a rural area to move to that will draw their children to them to visit. And so Cedar Creek Lake is a great area to have a second home or to even a primary home for their grandparents. So the kids will come and visit them because we have all of those amenities that will have your children come back and visit you, whether it's water sports or horse riding or wineries and breweries and outdoor entertainment. So if that's the things that you're looking for is so that you can go out and enjoy your family, this is an ideal area. And the weather is amazing in the fall and spring and even in the summertime because we don't have a lot of drastic weather here in East Texas.
So you are seeing a lot of people come for second homes, maybe to be closer to their family, not too close, but close enough. What about people who are wanting just to buy vacation homes? Like you said, there's some water sources there, there's a lot of fun things to do. Are people coming, not necessarily to be near family, but to have that second vacation, that vacation home, maybe somewhere different than Florida or the normal places where people buy vacation homes?
Well, people come to Texas because of the property values that we have here.
Mm,
So I can tell you that we actually are very affordable. And
mhm.
affordability is why people move to Texas. And so if you're looking for a very affordable place to live and buy, then this is the area to be.
Okay. Well, talking about affordability in the area, what is the median price? Just give us an idea.
If you're on the water, your average price is between 650 and
Mm,
$750,000. Now, if you're going to get in open water, you're looking more around the 1 million range. If you're an
mm.
off-water property, but you want to be on some land, you can be anywhere between 450 and $650,000. So, or you can buy in a subdivision that's near the water but not on the water, and you can be around 350 to $500,000.
Okay, so there's quite a range, something maybe for everyone. Um, let's talk about, so your area, you're east of Dallas. Are there any, you said ranch and farm, which is a big thing there, but are there any industries in East Dallas or even maybe around the Dallas area that bring people to your area? Like, any industries that bring people that are moving from other parts of the country to work in Dallas?
Well, we have Amazon. We actually have
Mm,
Tesla that's come to Austin. We also have all the medical industries, and we also have all the colleges. We have TCU in Fort Worth. We have UT Dallas. We've got UT Tyler. So we have all of the local colleges and medical facilities locally here. So if people are moving for jobs, we definitely have a job industry here.
okay, so there's lots of different industries, and that brings up the question. Are there opportunities for investors in your area? You mentioned different price points, that there was something for everyone, but if you do have universities in the area, is there a need for housing for students or for traveling nurses, or are there investors coming to buy Airbnbs? And since you're near water, have you heard of or have you helped any investors do that, or are there investors coming to your area specifically for that reason?
We definitely have flippers in the Dallas Fort Worth area and in the Tyler area. Tyler would be the closest large metroplex that I
Mm.
actually service. And I actually have several homes that are listed in the Tyler Flint area that have UT Tyler down there. And so for people that are looking to buy for college kids that are going to college that are looking to not have to pay rent and want to be able to buy a home and house their students there while they're at college, those opportunities are there. Even in the little town of Athens, we have those opportunities for people to have children go to school here and buy second homes so they can house their students there and then use that as an income potential. So we do have those type investment opportunities other than just Airbnbs or vacation rentals.
Sure. Well, let's talk about another population. And I feel that this is such a large population, and we're talking about people who are downsizing, people who are retiring right now, people who all of a sudden have found themselves empty nesters. In your area, is there a lot of new construction? The reason I'm asking, are they building some of these patio homes or ranch homes, um, because this is such a large population that's downsizing? Are you seeing that in your area at all?
We do have some, not that much here locally, within 25 to 30 miles of where I am. We do have those home sites coming up, and I do foresee in the next 3 to 4 to 5 years, we will have more of those. We are on the 175 corridor coming out of Dallas. Like I said, we're about 45 miles east, and so we haven't seen that growth yet, but it's coming, and we know it is. I'm part of the Chamber of Commerce, part of the Kiwanis and very connected with the community. And we do have that on the 4, 5, 10 year plan. And so those communities will be coming into our area. We just don't have a big influx of them yet.
Yeah, I think that's going to end up being really, really important. And I think everywhere in the US is going to have to start thinking more about, you know, how many ranch homes or patio homes do we have, or homes with masters on the main level? That's becoming such an important thing. So, with that being said, maybe 20 or 30 miles out there building, but in your area, if people are looking to downsize, is it easy for them to find, maybe a ranch style home? Or, what are people doing? Where are they downsizing? Are there certain areas that have more ranches than others? Or just tell me a bit more.
Well, Jennifer, I can tell you right now, you can definitely find plenty of single story. We call them single stories here in Texas, not necessarily ranch style homes.
Okay.
And so there are
Okay.
plenty of single story homes to be purchased here in our area, whether it's a 1,200 square foot home, 1,800 square foot home, 36,000, 30,000, not 3,000 square foot home, sorry. So
Sure.
regardless, you can find those level homes here all over Cedar Creek Lake. It's just a matter of you tell me what you're looking for, and we can find that style home
Okay.
for you right here. We don't have to worry about building those homes; they're already here.
Okay. Because, in our area, for some, we obviously don't have enough. So they're building those in the suburbs. I mean, they're popping up everywhere. Those 55 and older communities, Del Webb, that's one of the types of areas we have here. And just different patio homes where they're low maintenance, where they don't have to take care of the lawn and things like that. Those are super popular here. And even though they are building, we still don't have enough. As far as farming and ranching. So I'm in the Midwest, you're in Texas. People know that you guys have farming and ranching. We have farming too. However, do you feel that a lot of these farms and ranches, that those properties and large pieces of land are being purchased and bought by different corporations or companies, or do you still feel like in your area that's not going to develop as much?
I don't think here it's being developed as much right here locally where I am. I think that we are still keeping pretty much the integrity of the farm and ranches that are here. If they are being subdivided out, they're being subdivided into 5, 10, and 20 acre plots. People are still wanting to have those small rural farms. So as far, I mean, there are some that have been bought up and you've got tract homes on them or subdivisions on them, but not to the extent that you're speaking of. And so I wanted to get back to that inventory issue that you
Mm-hmm.
kind of seem to be having where you are. We have 8 months of inventory. So if people are looking for somewhere to move to that is affordable, we have a lot of inventory in this location. So if people are looking for housing and want to make a move, we definitely have a lot of inventory that's available for people to come and find a place to live. So just
Okay.
FYI.
Do you think that that means you've moved more toward a buyer's market, that there's a lot of opportunities out there for buyers, or what does that mean to you guys?
Our pricing has stabilized as far as the
Mhm.
market, as far as pricing. I don't think we're going to see a dip in price. What we're going to see is we're going to see it. We have a stabilization here, and we just got a lot of inventory in the last month. We have an 8 month inventory in pretty much every price point there is. So it's just a matter of the buyers, or we just need them to come out and find the home that they want because we have plenty of inventory for all price points.
That's actually really exciting because there's so many places, of course, where there aren't enough homes, and it's frustrating for buyers, even if they're looking for a second home, an investment property, it gets frustrating. And so this is a great opportunity for those looking, for a second home, and not such an area where, you may have multiple offers. That's really good to know. So if you were to um, tell someone who's wanting to move, say from Indiana to your area, or anywhere across the country to your area, what advice would you give them when they're trying to figure out where they want to live in East Texas?
Well, figure out what it is that you and your family love to do most. What is it that you want for your lifestyle? What type of lifestyle are you seeking for your family? And then we can give that to you. Whether you're wanting to be near the city, or you're wanting to be more rural, are you wanting a wholesome life, or you wanting something that your children can grow up and be one of those kids that gets to ride down the block and have friends over and spend the night and play ball outside. Do you want to be part of a youth organization close to your community? What are you seeking in your life first? Find out what that is and then go find it. We definitely have those type of lifestyles here. I live near a lake. If you want a lake style life, we've got that. If you want a country style life, we have that. I have grandchildren, I have 8 of them, and each of them have different ways of living their life. Some of them are in sports, some of them raise cows, some of them show chickens. I mean, so it depends on what kind of lifestyle are you seeking? Are you grandparents that want to have a place that your grandkids can come and enjoy your life with you? So it just depends on what type of life are you wanting for your children and for your family.
I love that. There's so many different opportunities. You mentioned so many different types of lifestyles you could live in East Texas or,
Mhm.
east of Dallas. So, I know for a fact that you serve so many clients coming from out of state and so many in your state. You're so successful, and I'm so thankful we got to learn about your area. And if anyone watching this video is interested in moving east of Dallas, Lisa definitely is the expert and I can connect you. So, Lisa, thank you so much for talking with us.
Thank you, Jennifer. And if you want to learn more about me, you can give me a call at 903-292-8515, or you can actually go to my website at www.homesbyr.com.
I love it. And, if you're in the Indianapolis area looking to move to East Texas, of course I can connect you. But if you're anywhere else in the country and, wanting to move to Indianapolis as well, hey, we got you. If you're in Texas, I can't see why you'd want to move to Indianapolis, but hey, you never know. You never know because it's so warm and fun there. Um, there's some areas of Texas that are very similar to Indianapolis. We have a lot of farming and corn.
Corn.
We're yeah, corn. Look, anyway, but thank you so much for talking to us. I really appreciate it. I hope you have a great day.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thanks. Bye bye.